There we go. Now we are heading into the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen, with the one topic that will fix everything in your business. What is it? Recruiting. Yes, I could read Tara's lips. She's super excited about this. And we have 4 amazing women for you to hear from today. First, we're gonna break this into 2 segments. The first segment is 100% focused on recruiting, how to get the people signed. But recruiting is really a 2-step thing. Getting them signed is the first part, and you can't do anything if they're not signed. But getting them active and working and qualified, that's the difference. That's where your team takes off. That's where you move people through the career plan and where you move through the career plan. So we have this broken into 2 separate segments for you. And first, I'm excited for you all to hear from 2 women who had an incredible number of new consultants join their teams last year. Miss Justice Achtemeier she recruited 33, you heard me right, 33 new consultants in 2020. And then Miss Rebekah Worstell recruited 39 new consultants in 2020. So you're going to hear all of the tips and tricks and things that these 2 women do to recruit. All right, I'm happy to kick it off, excited to kick it off to you ladies. Take it away.
Awesome, thank you. So all of a sudden my heart just started beating out of my chest, but here we go. Rebekah and I are here to talk about how we recruit in parties. So to be completely honest with you, I wanted nothing to do with recruiting when I signed up. And I know Rebekah felt the same way. I remember Casey always asking me how I felt about it, and I would always tell her I wasn't interested, and it was because I was scared. Then my first team member kind of fell into my lap, and after that, I started to become addicted. I would still get very nervous asking people in parties about the business, but after I got my systems in place, it became second nature. So there are 4 steps to recruiting in parties: inform, invite, inquire, and intentional follow-up. So we'll get into those. So first is inform. How do we inform about our Pampered Chef business in parties? One way is by our posts. Here are some of my posts. Side note, as you all know, please change up the wording a bit and make it your own. So the first one is a graphic for marketing imagery that I'm sure you've all seen before. This is what I say. Who likes money? I do. Let me tell you, my PC business has been a huge blessing during this pandemic. I want to know, why would you want some extra cash? All of the above for me. Let me know in the comments for 20 tickets to the grand prize. It is important to make them engaging posts so the guests comment for tickets or some sort of incentive. When they comment, it's like bait for you. Now you can message them and get the catch. So another post I do in my parties is about the incentive trips. And this is my favorite post. This is what I say. One of my favorite things about being a consultant is the free trip we have the opportunity to earn. Earn is the good word because we're not winning it, we're earning it every year. I'm one of only 1,000 consultants out of 60,000 who earned a trip to Disney World in 2019. I've also earned a trip to Scottsdale, and in August, I'll be headed to the Bahamas. This year, we are working on earning trips to Grapevine, Texas, and Puerto Rico. Where would you like to travel to? Drop it in the comments for 20 tickets to the grand prize. Again, asking them to comment for bait. I also think it's very important to personalize this graphic if you can, so it's more real and relatable. You can also do a post with a picture of you holding a sales incentive that you earned and talk about how we get to the opportunity to earn free products or supplies every month. Here is an example of what Rebekah does. Are you muted, Rebekah? Rebekah? Where are you at, girl?
Sorry, I'm here.
Okay.
Something had to go wrong. Okay. So I do different posts each day to encourage participation. One way is by my host coaching. I have the host post specifically about the business opportunity. I have her say something like this. Good morning. I am sure you can tell by now that my consultant, Rebekah, loves her PC business. Check out this awesome deal for a low startup cost. Did you know that you can get a kit credit when you host your own? Ask Rebekah a question about becoming a consultant and earn 25 tickets to the grand prize. This type of post will actually grab more attention from your host friends because it's their friend. And when she's posting, it actually notifies them. This is also, you're also more likely to get more comments on her post than one of your own personally. Usually this post for me gets multiple comments each party. Another post that I do in my parties is that of being able to work from anywhere. Since I have started Pampered Chef, I have been able to work from many places, including different countries. So this is what I say. I love that I can literally work this business from anywhere. The flexibility of my business is insanely amazing. I've been able to work in some pretty amazing places. Guess where I have been able to work while traveling, either for business or pleasure? 2 grand prize tickets for every guess that is correct. And this type of posts will help them dream about all the places that they can work from. So getting those wheels turning for what PC can do for them personally or for them and their family. Asking them if they were to be a Pampered Chef consultant, what would they use that extra money for? I give them examples in the pic that I created. Another one that I use is asking if they've ever felt undervalued or underpaid at their day job. One of the things that interested me personally in Pampered Chef is that I would be my own boss. We are in business for ourselves, but never by ourselves. Then I talk about the perks that I like. I give my experiences and my opinions to the things that I appreciate about Pampered Chef. I try to help them imagine the possibilities from my experiences. The other one that I do is about side hustles. I say, have you ever thought about a side hustle? Did you know that 45% of people in 2020 had a side hustle? Then I notate the special. I tell them again that they are in business for themselves, but not by themselves. I ask them to ask me a question that they are interested in finding out about the business. This post so far for me has been gold as far as reaching out to guests and parties. So now let's talk about how we invite and what we are saying and how we are doing it. Once they have commented on a post, then I reach out to them personally. I let them know that I have sent them a fun message and to be sure to watch out for it. Once I post that, then I try to build a relationship with them. And I promise this doesn't take long at all. When I see someone commenting on a business post, then I make sure I go through where else they have been commenting and I interact with them in the party if I haven't already. I send a message saying something like this. Good afternoon, Pamela. It's Rebekah, the Pampered Chef gal. Thank you so much for being part of Joanne's party. I've got to say you're a rock star guest. Joanne is very lucky to have a friend like you. Are you having fun in the party? I let them respond and then I respond back. And at the end of that, I ask another question like, what is your favorite Pampered Chef item? One thing I will say is do not be afraid to reach out again and again if needed. Sometimes if I don't hear back within about a half a day, I will say something like, I know me personally, I have so many, ha ha ha. Really, that's true. Because I think we all could go on for days. All I can say though is ask questions. Asking questions shows a genuine interest in the person, and don't be afraid to keep asking questions until you feel comfortable with going into the next part, which is inquire, and Justice will start us off.
Awesome. So like we've been mentioning, after someone comments on one of our posts, we need to message them. Here's an example of a message I sent someone after they commented on my incentive trip post saying they would love to go to Texas. So the conversations pop up. I'm going to kind of explain it a little bit. So I said, hey, Laura, just saw you have family in Grapevine. That's awesome. It may be the furthest thing from your mind, but have you ever thought about being a consultant before? I'm telling you, earning these trips with PC is totally possible. If I could show you how to run this business all online in just a couple hours a week, would you be interested in learning more? And she said, it is the furthest thing from my mind, though I love Pampered Chef. I'm just getting started breeding kittens. Thank you for asking. Don't hate me for saying this. I could care less about cats. I'm sorry. I don't have a heart, but I said, that sounds interesting. Are they special cats? Just, you know, to keep the conversation going. I looked them up, blah, blah, blah. So sorry. So I said, reaching over to the last conversation. I hope the last slide. I hope it works out well for you. Hey, how about surprising Serena and being her first party booked? I promise it's so easy and only takes a couple minutes of your day. So in my mind, I want her to book a party, and then I'm going to continue this recruiting conversation as her party gets going and whatnot. Promise it's so easy, only takes a couple of minutes of your day. We could do a host rewards party, blah, blah, blah. Not right now, but thank you. I'm like, I got this girl hooked, but I didn't. I said, okay, would it be okay if I reached out to you in a few months to see how everything's going and see if you're ready then? I won't be. I'll be busy with kittens, so no. I said, okay, I wish you success with everything. If something changes in the future, I hope you think of me. And I sent her a Facebook friend request and sent her an invite to my VIP group. So this conversation isn't over, but that's how it ended. So when they comment on a post about extra cash, I say, hi, Susan, thanks for being such a rock star guest in the party. This may be the furthest thing from your mind, once again, but have you ever thought about being a Pampered Chef consultant before? It's such a fun way to earn some extra cash for groceries, gifts, or date nights. I'd be sure to include whatever they commented with and to fill up your kitchen with PC. So Rebekah, how do you do yours?
Okay, so after I have built that relationship, I answer their questions that they had asked in my post. Something like this. I saw your question on my business post, and I want to thank you again for being so interactive. To be honest, I am looking for amazing people like you. I would love to send you a small video that I put together about the benefits of Pampered Chef and what it can do for you and your family. And then I send them the link. Pam here replied that she didn't have time to commit, that she was a cheerleader and not a player on the field, but I told her that I understood. But the beautiful thing about Pampered Chef is that it goes right alongside everything else you already have going on in your life, that you can do as little or as much as you would like, and that it's very flexible. I said again that I understood and thanked her for being interactive in the party and that it was wonderful to talk to her. The next example, I did the same thing, answering her questions. Then I needed to ease her fear because she was worried about having high monthly sales just to be a consultant, and that had scared her off before. The last example here was overcoming, overcoming an objection with personal experience. Since she was worried about not having enough friends or family to do parties, I responded with personal experience and how I have the systems and tools that will help her get out of her circle right away. And now she's thinking about it.
Awesome. So when you're having these chats with potential recruits, it's very important to, they should not be new to you guys. 1, validate what they're saying. 2, overcome the concern, solving the problem. And 3, end with a question to keep the conversation going. If they say, I don't need another job, you can say, I hear you. I didn't need another job when I started either. It really was all about the free discounted products for me. But since you would be earning some extra income, how would you earn it? If they say, I'm not a salesperson, and this one's my favorite, you can say, oh my goodness, me neither. I can't stand most salespeople. That's one of the things I love most about our products. They sell themselves. Everyone knows PC, loves PC, and eats. I just get to post about it. What's your favorite product? I have a list of questions I keep at my desk. Here are some others you can use to keep the conversations going. What intrigues you most about the business? What would you do with some extra money every month? Would your spouse or partner be supportive? Have you checked out our kit options yet? Which one excites you the most? Do you own a lot of PC? What would your friends and family think? And my favorite, which I learned last year at our director retreat, was, do you have any other questions or concerns, or are you ready to order your kit today? So next and lastly is intentional follow-up. After you have asked many questions and they still aren't sure, or some time has passed, you can invite them to a home office Meet Pampered Chef webinar or an opportunity event that your team may have going on. So let's talk about opportunity events for a second. These could be live Zoom Q&As, Facebook post event, Facebook Live, however you do your opportunity events. However, as leaders, we should not be doing these for ourselves. We as leaders should be sealing the deal with our own recruits on our own, whether that's through a phone call, video chat, whatever you have to do to make it happen. The opportunity events are tools for our consultants to use and get recruits. So part of the intentional follow-up is tracking. How do I keep track of all the recruiting conversations I'm having? I am not that fancy, and I just keep some Post-its on my computer, so it's always in front of me, and I never forget about them. Rebekah has a really cool system though, so take it away.
Okay, so I also twice a month offer live opportunity events. We call them live Q&As. I go through all of the benefits of what Pampered Chef can do for them and their family, kind of like I do in my personal video that I send out. And then we do about 10-15 minutes of questions. And in total, it lasts for about 30 minutes, and that has actually gone really well. As far as my team goes, I usually do a weekly challenge of some sort that will last for about 3 or 4 days, and I will make sure that the Zoom Q&A is in the challenge so that more team members will be intentional about asking hosts or friends who have shown interest, either present or in the past. Another way that I use for intentional follow-up is I track everything. I honestly did not used to do this, and I kick myself every day for not doing it sooner than I did. But it has actually helped me a lot. It's a game changer. Now you don't have to track like I do, but I do track a few things that help me personally just so that I can remember stuff. And so this is what I do. I list out every person who has joined the parties. Literally takes about 5 minutes to copy and paste. And I keep track of who I have contacted for recruiting, bookings, how many messages I've sent, notes about follow-up. And one of the most important things is who participated. So if I can see that their name is not checked, I'm tagging them in multiple posts throughout the party. I also check messages 2 to 3 times a day, no more than that though. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and then once in the evening right before bed. And the reason that I do this is because I usually have multiple conversations going on about the business, and my plan for our team is to grow. So I don't want anyone to fall between the cracks. So host coaching. I know you've all heard it, but I will say it again. Your host is your #1 recruit. I have actually built this into my host coaching. So my first ask when I go to confirm their party and setup, I say something like this. I wanted to mention to you before we start your party that one of the benefits to hosting with me is that I can easily flip this party and let you double dip, meaning that we would turn this into your launch party. How cool would that be? Not only would you earn all of the rewards, but you would earn commission from it as well as all the bookings. And I'm talking real money. We can get you started for as little as $99 for over $400 worth of products, supplies, and services. It might be the furthest thing from your mind, but have you ever considered doing something like this? The second ask is when friends have started to join the party, and I say this. Oh my gosh, I am so excited and wanted to share with you that one of our cool perks of hosting is that you can use a $25 or $50 off coupon for any of our kits. This month, you can get started for as little as $49 free when you use that coupon. Have you thought any more about giving this business a try? The third ask is when the party reaches right around 200, I say, oh my goodness, lady, your party is rocking. It looks like your friends love you and Pampered Chef. You're going to have an amazing party. Have you given any more thought to trying the business yourself? It looks like you would have a great support system. The fourth ask is the last day of the party. I say, hey there, today is the last day of the Facebook party. I would seriously love to have you on our team. You are so much fun, have done such a wonderful job posting and interacting this week. I have no doubt you would rock this. Did you know that when you join our team this month, not only are you going to get that kit credit, but you can also earn the quick cooker for free in your first 30 days. Want to give it a try? And then my fifth ask is just one last time before we close up. I say, before we close up your party, I just want to double check. Are you sure you don't want to take advantage of that kit credit coupon that you have available to you and try the business for only whatever kit credit coupon they have available to them?
That is so good, Rebekah. All right, so let's chat for a second about why consultants don't recruit. I think the main reason is because they are scared, because I know this used to be me. I was scared of getting a no and scared that they were going to be annoyed by me. But one time when Natalie Wood spoke in my team meeting, she told my team, you're not asking them if they want to have brain surgery. You're asking them if they have ever thought about being a consultant before. Now I ask with confidence, and I am always so excited to see what they have to say and what question I can ask them next. Another reason consultants don't recruit is because they feel like they don't know the business well enough. And as Steve talked about earlier, we need to reiterate to them that they don't have to know the business well enough. They just need to know where to find Dash and have us or their upline director guide them.
Another reason is someone being afraid of losing sales. We should not be afraid of losing sales. It's a pretty selfish way of thinking. We need to think about recruiting as a gift. We are giving someone the opportunity to be more financially free. And if we sit and think about what this business has done for us personally, we should automatically want to pay it forward for someone else, because you never know unless you ask. So before we go into Q&A, just a quick review. We need to inform by our posts and our parties or personal business pages. Ask questions in those posts so that you can have that interaction, and make sure that the posts are personal to you. Have different posts as well. Each post will speak differently to people. We need to invite. So once you have that interaction, you have to reach out to them. Build a relationship with them, however that looks for you. And don't be afraid to follow up. Remember, people get busy. Inquire, inviting them to get more information. Keep them talking by asking questions, overcoming objections, and doing so with personal experience if you can. And then last but not least is intentional follow-up. By tracking who you have talked to, when you should follow up, also by using the tools that are given to us. The Meet Pampered Chef webinars, live Zoom Q&As, Facebook post events, some type of opportunity event. So I think that's all.
Way to go, ladies. That was awesome. If you can take off the screen share, we can open up some Q&A. I love that you both have a system for recruiting. And when we have systems, it makes us more successful. So who has a question for Justice or Rebekah?
I do. My question is about the engaging posts and asking the question. So I know that, like, with our message button being gone now, are you just personal messaging them from your personal profile, and then are you not answering in the post?
Yeah, I just message from my personal, and I don't know if Facebook is changing. I mean, it changes all the time, but I am having those people see those messages like almost right away. It's like, I don't know if the hidden thing is still there. I don't want you to take that to anybody because I don't know if it's true, but yeah, just from personal. And if they don't see it, like sometimes I'll like tag them in a comment like, hey, be sure to look for the message from me or something like that.
So it kind of keeps everybody else guessing what the answer is.
Exactly, because you don't want to turn people off from commenting, you know? Like you don't want to say, oh my gosh, have you ever thought about doing this before, right, in the comments, because then people are gonna be like, I don't want to get into that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Is
Thanks.
there a reason
Rebecca?
that, oh, I was just
Sorry,
gonna say,
Kristen, go.
is there a reason that you send the message from your personal account rather than your business page account to them?
Well, I know that you cannot message from your business page unless they have messaged you. So that's all. I mean, that's another reason why I do it to their personal account. But I just message them in the comments that, hey, I've sent you a fun message. Go ahead and check your message.
Rebecca, how do you copy guest names? Where do you copy that from?
So I go into members, underneath members, and then I start at the bottom and I just copy their name and then I click in the cell in Google Sheets and then just Control V or Command V or
Okay.
whatever computer you have.
Okay, nope, that's perfect. I wasn't sure if there was a different way. I was kind of doing that, but it didn't work for some reason. I will try that. Thank you.
Yeah, double click, because if you don't double click, then it's going to copy the link, their Facebook link, and not their actual name.
I have a quick question too. If when you're doing your ask the host 5 times, if she responds no to 1, 2, or 3, how do you overcome that, or what do you do? Do you stop asking? Do you keep pushing? What do you do?
I mean, you kind of just have to feel out why she said no. Like if she's just like, no, not right now. I mean, I just let things sit and marinate for a little bit. The lady who told me no, that she's just a cheerleader and not a player on the field, she signed with me the last day of the month. She came back to me the next day. I just kind of let it be. And so I do that. So let's say the first time they're like, no, I do Norwex, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So I might not ask 2 more times, but at the end, I'm going to do that last day ask or right before closing ask. I still do, just in case people change their minds. And I sometimes will say that too, like, I know we already talked about it, and you said no, but I just, the party's over. Just wanted to make sure that you didn't change your mind, that you still don't want to.
That's
and I've actually
key right there.
Yeah, and I've had people. I mean, I've had consultants. I mean, hosts sign. Then they're like, "Oh yeah, I think I do want to do it. I'm going to use the $50 kit credit."
Just in case you guys missed that, what Rebekah said is the key. Acknowledging the fact that they already said no, and then asking again and telling them why. That's the secret sauce right there. Sorry, go ahead, Shelly.
Would you share a blank copy of your tracker just to kind of have something to go from? I know I need to do better at tracking and I don't even know where to start. I've got like 15 notebooks.
Yeah, I'll make a copy of it and then post it.
We have time for one more question.
On your tracker, Rebecca, do you keep like that, like a rolling tracker? So you can go back to it?
Yeah, I was doing separate for my parties each week, and it was becoming too much work. So now I just keep everybody together and I just scroll through. So then I'll put specific months, like I'll put September or I'll put March. So when I see those, I can just scroll through or filter. And then I know to contact those people for that month.
Okay, because I'm one of those notebook people. A lot of people get lost.
Yeah, yep.
All right, thanks, Justice and Rebekah. We're going to head into our breakout rooms and do our sharing out.
Stop the recording.
Thank you.